Good morning, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday morning, May 19th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So after a stellar week last week, up almost $30 on the week, we're getting a little pullback. Again, nothing wrong with that. Healthy. It's always done in emotional fashion, though, with either gaps or trend days. But right now, ES's gap is under $1. Still 90 minutes to go. NQ's gap's about $3. NQ, I have it in one tick increments finally. We'll see how many days that lasts. If we get bigger ranges, that'll contract again. But for now, it's how I like it. As you can see in the overnight, ES got back into the lower distribution from the 15th. NQ also. But again, in pre-market, that doesn't mean anything to me, as it's in regular trade now, as that has to be taken back. So we have rallied 22 handles in ES off the lows. And in NQ, even though the gap is still $3, they have rallied just about 90 points, over $2. So again, we're going to probably have a pretty fluid situation this morning. I'm not a gap and go guy, you know that. If the bears are really going to try to assert control, then we should have multiple opportunities, right? Don't forget that. We did have a triple distribution day on Friday, which is obviously being taken back. Look at the overnight high. Again, we talk about who you trade against and how exacting they are. You know, Dalton likes to use the word a lot of times, laggards. He called the buyers on Friday laggards. And he's talking about, he likes to use the reference that below 58.80, there is no support or anything. I like to say it's a price vacuum below there, which it is. But look how exacting the overnight high is. So again, if you're a bear, you want to see the overnight low get taken out. Now, if they get the gap first, that's not the end of the world. But what you do not want to see, if you're a bear, is any acceptance into value, right? Any acceptance into value, well, then the odds go that you can get the overnight high. So that's something the bears certainly want to keep off the table. Now, NQ, remember, just like on Thursday, they didn't hold the trend day. We went out, don't forget, we probed on Friday. Small, never used it, right? Obviously, it would have been rejected if we did. But look at NQ. NQ hadn't, what we talk about price vacuums, that's a price vacuum through Friday through Thursday. Thursday and Friday only had the day's highs and the day's lows. And guess what? We're blowing through both of those lows right now, right? Now, Wednesday's a different story. You had the trend day and the lowest accepted price. So you can see when there are price vacuums how so much easier it is for the market to generate and push through it. Now, ES had a triple distribution day, even though they were very, very small, and they still pushed down pretty good. So game plan for this morning, again, I wouldn't mind shorting the gap fill in ES. You use value low as you're out. You don't want acceptance back into value, okay? On the flip side, if you push down the first time and fill the single prints, I'm not saying you can't take a long against the upper end of the lower distribution, but you're not going to take the heat all the way down to the overnight low. So you're going to have to use a point total there. Keep that in mind. In NQ's case, the gap definitely larger, but again, they're off the lows pretty good. So there's no harm waiting for a little bit more MGI to form prior to taking a trade. Right off the bat, the bears are going to have, most likely, gap and value in their favor. Now, NQ is down, ES is down 1%, NQ 1.4. So if we start at those levels, the bears will have those two and they'll have a nice 3-0 lead. Remember, the bulls kicked butt all week last week, especially NQ. They swept the week. They won every day on our checklist sheet. Again, you want to learn and see exactly what we'll be looking at come 9:30? Join the trading room. Righty, I did not take them out of balance on the daily. I had said they just stretched it. So again, they're coming into today with a 5-day balance. Thursday's low is the low of it. They did get into their gaps on Thursday, but never filled the weekly or the daily gap. Neither has ES or NQ. Keep that in mind. They're still holding the weekly gaps. And then chart-wise, by the way, no video this afternoon. I have to leave right at 4 o'clock, so there will not be a video tonight. So here we go chart-wise. We're going to be coming back into balance if we take out Friday's low. The question will be is how big is the balance? If we don't take out Thursday's lows, it'll be a 3-day balance. We start taking out Thursday's low, the balance gets bigger. It will all depend. The weekly gap gets filled in SPY at 570.31. So we still have a ways to go to even fill that. Good luck trading today. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. And there will be no recap at 4 p.m.